Judy, I know what you're realizing right now. You're not no Fat Joe this handsome in person, but it's okay.
I'm saying we're hanging out with used to be Fat Joe,
That's
Mr. Cartagena. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Happy to be around family, beautiful people. What's up, Jamaica? What's good, man? Love you guys, man.
Now, you've had such a good relationship with reggae, with dancehall, with Jamaica, you know, having done work with the likes of Super Cat, having done work with Budja,
Barrington.
Yes.
You know, all the, you know, I know Big Ute. Beside Bob Marley, he's the first reggae artist to cross over to America. The man got dreads, they drag on the floor. And so I know Ute. I've walked the streets of Harlem with Ute. You know, so in the circle, you know, they love me. I mean, and Caribbean people, it's just about, man, it might be too deep for your show, but it's just about, we all the same. It's just about who colonized us all. You know, we're the same. We're the same blood. We're the same people. It's just Spain conquered Puerto Rico and Santo Domingo and Cuba. Same thing with you guys in the Bahamas and all that. So it's we all the same family.
What pulls you to the music?
Oh, there's some purity about Jamaica. It's a purity about your spirit. About, you know how many people try to be Jamaican that aren't Jamaican? Huh? No disrespect. You know how many white people I see with dreadlocks all across the world trying to be the Jamaican? Because the Jamaican, the power, the energy is a source that's undeniable and is always led by love. You could go over there and get in trouble if you're looking for trouble. But more than likely, if you're going over there just to experience, you're getting love. You know, Jamaicans know how to show you love and show you truth. Yeah.
It's been so many years since a Shaggy, a Sean Paul, a Shabba Ranks, as dancehall artists have put dancehall on the map. But the numbers right now are not growing. Is it the music or is it the marketing of the music?
It's both. And what is happening in Jamaica, unfortunately, is people stole the style. People from all over the world are stealing the style. You might even hear these artists and think they are Jamaican, and they're not Jamaican. So it's not like people fell out of love with the music. There's so many artists just influenced by reggae music, by dancehall, and they're not Jamaican. And so my thing is, we accept you. Music is a religion for everybody. It's one whole religion. But, you know, give back or collaborate with the Shaggies, the Budget Montans, the Bounty Killers, you know, collaborate and show respect because you're pulling from what Jamaica has created, you know, and that's the biggest disrespect I would feel. Like if an artist that's, let's say, American, you know what I mean, does a record that sounds like it's #1 in the world, but it's really Jamaican. You know, I mean, grab one of those artists and collaborate. It's something I always knew since I started. I always wanted to collaborate with other artists, especially Jamaican artists. And, you know, me and Budja Banton, we share a bond that cannot be broken. It's a different type of brotherhood, just like with Sharon Burke. You know, I love Sharon Burke. You know, I just sat here now and looked at Sharon without her knowing and just saying to myself how much I love Sharon Burke. It's a different type of connection that we have. There's nothing I won't do for Buju. You know what I'm saying? It's the way it is.
What are some of the genres that you're hearing that are influenced by reggae?
All genres, you know, all genres is influenced by reggae. I don't want to get in that. Reggaeton is influenced by reggae. African music is created is influenced by reggae, right? The biggest artists, Rihanna's, Drake's, whoever you name, is influenced by reggae and dancehall music. It's just, that's what it is. DJ Khaled, all the artists are influenced by reggae.
And as you bring up DJ Khaled, let's segue to the fact that you were early in his career. So say that you are actually the one that discovered DJ Khaled.
I am the one that discovered DJ Khaled. And he's still my brother. I was in his house yesterday. we family for life. I'm so proud of him. I was just telling my protege, Feeve, upcoming artist, I was like, yo, Feeve, man, people don't get it. What happens is we in the car driving, I'm saying, we're supposed to help all our brothers and sisters win so that if we ever need help, we'll pull each other up. People don't get this concept. This is the only concept that works. You're supposed to put everybody in position so you can help each other and pull them up. You know, and so Khaled, yeah, I discovered him.
What is it that you saw?
Oh, I saw what you saw, but you just saw it after. But I seen it. I met DJ Khaled, and from day one I said, he is infectious. I fell in love with him. I moved to Miami because of DJ Khaled and Cool and Dre. Cool and Dre, big producers. Dre is actually Jamaican. His mother and father are Jamaican. And so, you know, I fell in love with these guys. And that thing that everybody discovered after he went viral and all, I knew it many, many years. And so I went and I got him, you know, I signed him to his first record deal was on Terror Squad. His first like 6, 7 albums was on Terror Squad. You know, and I love him and I'm so proud of what he's done and what he's accomplished. You know, but you know, Sharon Burke, she took him to Jamaica. And he would come back. At the time I was scared to fly. She would come over here to convince me all the time. I'm #1 artist in America at the time. And Sharon's like, Joe, you gotta come. You know, my song's #1. And I'm like, yo, Sharon, I'm not flying. And he would come back, yo, I waited for hours for a dub plate. A bounty killer kept me working, but he gave me the fire. And I'm like, wow, I was over there. And shout out to a guy that he's passed. And he wasn't rich, but he was loved in the community. That was Scary Ruffin. Scary Ruffin protected DJ Khaled through the whole Jamaica. And he was just a little guy, but he loved him. And I remember the first time I went to Jamaica, they landed the plane. And so I'm hearing Jamaica. Sharon comes every week. I'm cooling with Buju in New York and thing. I've done everything but go to Jamaica, right? So when I go to Jamaica, as soon as the plane touches the thing, there's a guy out there like, let him on, this the Don, but let him out, this. They're making a movie out there. And when they open the door and they move out the way, I didn't even have to ask him. I was like, yo, what's up, Scary? He's like, Scary Ruffin here for you, Don. Scary Ruffin here. You want some KFC? What do you want, Joe? And he slept, we went to the mansion on the water and he slept in the guest house like a king. Like I already knew before I even met him personally, he's our family, he's our brother, he protected my brother, he's with us. So it's my wife, my kids, him. Like, you know, so yeah, very crazy experiences out there.
You have a new collaboration project out this year. Tell me a little bit about that.
I put out a mixtape. It was called What Would Big Do? And I got in a bunch of trouble because I sampled a bunch of stuff. Some artists are able to put out what we call mixtape. Our form of dub plate, right? Exactly, our form of dub plate. So I made a bunch of dub plates, but like a thing, and I threw it out for free for the fans. These people called Fat Joe so fast. It was like, we're going to sue you for rapping on these songs. And I'm like, what do you mean? It's a mixtape. And I'm talking to everybody's lawyer. I don't want to tell you who they are. We're going to sue you. You're going to go broke. I said, it's free. Like I did this for the culture, for the people. And thank God they backed off. But, you know, I didn't promote the mixtape after that. I didn't do nothing. But it's incredible. If you find it out there, What Would Big Do? Special mixtape. It was actually really, really some of my best work ever. And you know me, I'm a historian.
Why did you do it?
For the people, for the culture, just to let them know I'm out here, give them new music. COVID, you know, the last song I had went #5 in America, went #1 in Europe, where we took the Luther Vandross Sunshine, we took the Luther Vandross beat, Rihanna on the hook. It's still streaming more than any of my other songs right now to this day. It's been out for like a year. And that was about giving good vibes to the people, you know, getting people happy because we living in dark times, you know. And the COVID killed a lot of black and Spanish people. And so, you know, every day we hearing about people dying and stuff like that, although it's less now. But it was crazy when it first happened. So I had Khaled was like, you got to do something for the people. You got to bring the sunshine. I said, why don't you bring the sunshine? No, you got to be the one to bring the sunshine. I'm like, yo, this guy, he's still crazy, Sharon. He's still crazy. And so we did that. But it's, yeah, for the people, for the culture.
Okay. What else are you working on going into
Me?
2022? Yeah.
Well, I have, you know, because of COVID, I was so scared of COVID myself. You know, being pre-diabetic. You know, I had diabetes when I was 14, and over the years I lost weight, so I don't really technically have it, but I eat like I have it. So I can't, if I keep eating sugar and all that, I will get it. So I consider myself pre-diabetic, and you're watching the news, the diabetics are dying, the fat guys are dying, so I was scared. And then I went on my Instagram. My daughter, who's 15, said, Dad, go on your Instagram. First time I ever went. I went on one day, the next day I went on, the next day, and before you know it, through COVID, it was like therapeutic, and I still got the show on IG now. It's called The Big Big Show. Whoever you name, who did we bring on? We brought Bounty Killer, Budju been on there. Oh man, Dr. Fauci, Alicia Keys, Money Mayweather, Mike Tyson, Shine, anybody you name, Khaled a million times. And just to uplift the people, you know, give them the right information, and at the same time uplift the people, and that's going on TV. So me and P Diddy partnered up, and it's on Revolt now, but it's going on another channel, like a big channel. I can't announce yet till we sign. I wrote a book on my life, the Book of Joe, and it's more than just about the music. It's about me growing up. A lot of people don't know a lot of things I had to go through to get here. And my life, I like to use it to be transparent, so you can learn from my failures and my wins.
What's one of the things that you think is most important in this growing up of Joe?
Well, me, it was about courage. The best way to describe this book is courage. And doing the wrong thing and doing the right thing. You know, for some reason, I've always been tested. And when my back is to the wall, whether it's through the music, whether it was in the streets before music, I've always responded in a favorable way. And so, you know, some people we think are tough. Some people we think are the real deal. When they get tested, they fold. Mm-hmm. The biggest ones that we think are the warlords, they fold. But with Fat Joe, unfortunately, that's why I said Book of Joe, like Job from the Bible. Unfortunately for Fat Joe, we always got to strip him naked again. Like, you know, right? Like, it's like, you know, Joe, one minute you see him, he's a millionaire, he's in the biggest thing. The next thing you strip him, and he got to find a way to come back. And then he comes back, and then you strip him again, and then he'll come back, and you're like, wow, this guy, he won't stop. This guy got 9 lives.
Like a cat.
Yeah, like a cat. And so what happens is, always show courage. I've never backed down, you know. And so in every form of life, whether it's relationship, whether it's in health, whether it's in family, whether it's in you know, my son, little Joey, who's my oldest son, is autistic, and when he was born, the doctor said he was going to be autistic, and I was only 19, and his mother said, yo, we got to give him up for adoption. You know, I can't raise this kid, and we raised him. Me, my mother, and my father, we raised him. To this day, Joey's very, very happy. But that was courage. You know, a lot of people fold.
Is that courage or is it love?
Love and courage and loyalty. And so I'm loyal by fault. So if you study me and you go against me on a warlord tip, you would know this guy, you mess with DJ Khaled, he's jumping off the roof. Fat Joe's going. So if you want a problem with Fat Joe, mess with him. Because this guy's, he's going to jump off with no parachute. Let's go. And so you can use that against him. You know, you can use that against Fat Joe. Like, you know, he's going. You know, and so, but that's what my life is about. It's about love, loyalty, and courage.
Penultimate question. Is technological advancement, is it good for the music product or not so good?
I think it's good because you can be an artist. Say there was an artist, rest in peace, Extension. This kid never left his house. And he did music in his house and put it on the internet and became the biggest artist in the world. Just staying home. And so years ago, Sharon Burke could tell you, she was out there giving out flyers of Fully Loaded. Now we just post it. Everybody post. We ain't got to stand out there. Yo, I'm Fat Joe. I'm Fat Joe. Now you just post it. The only thing that for an artist that the internet and social media does do a negative thing to me is the privacy. There's no longer privacy. It's impossible to be private. You know, there's times I'm sitting with my family and I'm eating dinner and somebody's literally in my face with the camera while I'm eating my food and don't care. And so they feel as if because you're a public person, you signed up for this. And I'm going to film you eating your shrimp right now. And I don't care if you don't like it, Fat Joe. And I see you don't like it. And I don't care. And so that's what social media and everybody feels like. They got to catch that moment. They go like this. Earlier, I just went and had some breakfast. So I seen 4 sisters that I know for a fact love Fat Joe. I don't even have to ask them or nothing. So as soon as I walk in, I'm like, hey, how y'all doing? Oh, Joe. I'm like, hey. And before they even go, I said, you know, after we eat, we can take a pic. That way they don't do it while we're eating. Said, oh, it's my birthday, thank you. And so we did it like that, you know, but a lot of times it's like, you know, that social media, it eliminated the privacy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What do you see for the future of hip-hop, the future of dancehall, the future of reggae, future of music, coming out of this pandemic that has really, you know, changed the playing field of even live performances? How do those happen? The numbers at festivals and concerts, how does that happen?
See, right now they're gonna think I'm Bob Marley the way I'm gonna talk to you right now. But let me tell you something, in disturbance comes positivity. And so much hard times on the people are gonna blossom. People are gonna grow out of this. There's gonna be new reggae artists that are gonna be the next star for the next 20, 30 years because there's so much to talk about. It's a lot of message to talk about. So many things we learned during the pandemic. So many things I've learned. Systemic racism, all type of issues that's out there that you can incorporate in the music. Don't get to talking to Buju because he, Buju go, he'll spin you off. But it's a lot of good things that happen from bad times, and so you just got to be on the forefront of it. You know, look at me, you know, it was pandemic is shut down, you know, and now I'm this new commentator. I went from being a rapper. You know, when I get seen by the little kids, they say I'm the interview guy. I swear to God. They don't say Fat Joe. They don't say Mr. Lean Back all the way up. Hey, it's the interview guy. It's the guy from the interviews. No, I swear to you. I went to pump gas and the high school came out and they were literally like, that's the interview guy. They had no clue I was Fat Joe. This the interview guy. And so something positive came out of that. And, you know, so many people come up to me and they want to hug, and there's a different time. I'm a little scared still, even though I'm boosted up. But I don't know when I'm going to feel comfortable enough to really, really hug every stranger and like we used to do and dap every single person, right? But there's some women come up to me and they just hug me and they say, thank you, you know, I'm a nurse and we was watching you every night during the COVID and you was uplifting the patients, and every night we tuned in at 7, 8 o'clock to see what you were saying. And I understand, you know, because I feel the same way about them. But we got through a time that we haven't seen nothing like this in 100 years. I mean, there's people, my father's seen everything. I know people that's seen everything. They seen horses turn into cars. You know, they seen people couldn't vote and now they could vote. A black president. They ain't never see the pandemic. the pandemic. I got an uncle 90 years old. He like, yo, I said, but Dio, did you ever see this? Oh no, we ain't never seen nothing like this. Walking around with masks, you know, it's a serious situation.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Judith. Thank you.